Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, June 1st. This is Gina McGuire. As a reminder, this product and all Predictive Services products in the Great Basin will be issued Monday through Friday until June 11th and then go to 7 days after that date. First, looking at significant fire potential impacts, we're not seeing any significant impacts to fire potential across the Great Basin this week. However, there will be some issues. We did have a cooler cold front move in yesterday, and this will continue eastward across the Great Basin, reducing temperatures to near normal. However, we will see temperatures increase again later this week, along with stronger winds return, starting on Saturday in the far western side of the Great Basin, but really on Sunday across most of Nevada into parts of the Arizona Strip and western Utah, with low relative humidity. Therefore, if we do get some starts, especially in the lower elevation grasses that are curing with higher fuel loading, we could see increases to fire potential. Showers and thunderstorms today will mainly affect the north and parts of Utah, and then return again as we move through Saturday and Sunday with drier and warmer weather next week. Over the last 24 hours, we've only seen some spattering of precipitation across the Great Basin, mainly across central Idaho mountains and parts of the higher elevations of Utah, along with lightning, which has been most numerous in Idaho and over the higher terrain of Utah as well. Great Basin fire activity has been light over the last 24 hours, with no large fires reported. Over the last 7 days, we've seen precipitation mainly focused over the eastern half of the Great Basin, and the precipitation over parts of Idaho has been above normal. However, over the last 30 days, we've generally seen well below normal precipitation over most of the Great Basin. Current fuel conditions across the Great Basin show that ERCs have been increasing and are above the 50th to 70th percentile over southern areas, but still below the 50th percentile further north. However, warmer and drier weather will continue as we go through the next couple of weeks off and on. Therefore, ERC conditions and fuel conditions will likely change fairly dramatically over the next 2 weeks. Live fuel moisture, despite all the recent moisture we saw over the last couple of months, is generally near normal across Utah and Nevada. The satellite loop from this morning shows high pressure now moving off to the east with an area of low pressure off the northwest coast, which has been pushing a cold front through the northern half of the Great Basin. This will continue to increase showers and thunderstorms over northern areas, with thunderstorms continuing in the higher elevations of Utah today. Also, cool temperatures will continue today across the Great Basin and will cool 5 to 12 degrees from what we've seen recently. However, this still only drops temperatures to near normal. Now we look at the weather this afternoon as that cold front continues to move east. Again, that will increase those showers and thunderstorm chances over the eastern half of the Great Basin, with wetting rains mainly across Idaho. This will keep significant fire potential low, with the exception of in the far south that has been warmer and drier, where fire potential will remain moderate. Today, the lowest relative humidity will remain in the single digits to low teens in the far south and much higher further north. Also, winds will remain breezy today, but not quite as strong as what we've seen over the last couple of days, and mainly be focused over central areas of the Great Basin and eastern Utah. By Friday, that cold front pushes well to the east, with a ridge of high pressure moving in, bringing temperatures back up to above normal with dry conditions. This will keep significant fire potential moderate in the south, but still low further north. Relative humidity will be decreasing on Friday and still be the lowest over the southern half of the Great Basin. However, winds will decrease as that weak ridge of high pressure moves in, with generally light winds area-wide. By Saturday, we still are sitting under a ridge of high pressure. However, a trough of low pressure off the northwest coast may bring some isolated thunderstorms to parts of Idaho, with drier conditions over the rest of the Great Basin and generally low to moderate fire potential. Relative humidity will still remain low and slightly higher in the far north, and we may see a slight increase in winds on Saturday as that trough gets a little bit closer, namely along the Sierra Front and parts of Nevada. However, wind gusts should generally remain below 30 miles per hour. If we look at the overall forecast amount of precipitation over the next few days, again, the main focus for any wetting rains will be over the central Idaho mountains, with some areas further south in Idaho and parts of Utah, with those thunderstorms seeing some lighter showers. As we go into Sunday and that trough off the west coast approaches the western side of the Great Basin, we will see a better chance of showers and thunderstorms across Idaho and potentially far northern Nevada. However, windy conditions will return to much of Nevada on Sunday with low relative humidity. The strongest winds are expected over western and northern Nevada, where wind gusts will exceed 30 miles per hour. Therefore, if we do see starts, especially in the low to mid-elevation grasses that are cured, we could see the potential for some spread with the wind. Therefore, significant fire potential will increase to moderate on Sunday over parts of western and northern Nevada, and continue moderate over southern areas. By Monday, this area of low pressure strengthens, bringing better chances of moisture with showers and thunderstorms to the northern side of the Great Basin, along with cooler temperatures briefly. This will keep fire potential low in the north and still moderate over western and southern areas. On Tuesday, this low moves further east, keeping still some showers and thunderstorms over parts of Idaho and Wyoming, but drier and warmer conditions to the rest of the Great Basin. By Wednesday, dry and warm weather returns to most areas with above normal temperatures. This will keep, again, fire potential moderate over western and southern areas, with fuels continuing to cure. Over the next 7 days, you can see the overall forecast amount of precipitation, mainly showing the better chances of wetting rains in the central Idaho mountains, with lighter precipitation over the rest of Idaho and the eastern side of the Great Basin, and continued dry weather for southern and western areas. Looking a little bit further into June, we will see periods of above normal temperatures and dry conditions across the Great Basin. However, there still is the potential for a stronger trough of low pressure to move in sometime around the middle of the month, which may briefly knock down fire conditions. That concludes our briefing for today. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you for listening.